Alright, this is our bus conversion. It's a good thing it's dark out because the outside's pretty ugly. Still looks like a city bus on the outside. We got a lot of work to do. But a little different story inside. So here's how I've got the steps trimmed out. And I'm an obsessive personality, so everywhere I can, the details are very, very nice. So, butcher block, bench, and table. Sitting on the original doghouse. I still got to clean up a little bit of wiring under the drivers there, but bus still runs and drives. Cummins 24 valve, Allison automatic, 4-speed automatic. Goes down the road pretty nice. So this front area is also seating where the dash used to be. We're going to make some cushions to go up there. We still got to do curtains for the whole place too. These windows aren't going to fare well in these North Dakota winters. So we got to do curtains yet. Try to keep some of the heat in. Nice area for some plants or something up there. My mom has already started decorating for us. Thank you, Mom. Pretty good sized fridge. Still got to pull all the tape off of the inside. Freezers leaves something to be desired, but this is for our water jugs. We have some 3 gallons, they should fit up there. Some racking over the kitchen. Little itty bitty stove. Still a 4-burner though. So as far as the utilities, this is not an RV. We didn't build this for traveling. We built it as a house to drive somewhere and set up. So there's not a water storage system. It's designed to be hooked up to a utility, to the well on my property actually. So underneath of here where the water comes in, you just got a pressure tank. Pressure switch goes to a receptacle that I'm going to plug the well into. And then that's a electric hot water heater. The thing is tiny, but it is impressive. Just a couple of, well, probably 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and you get warm water. Haven't tried a shower yet, but we do have it hooked up right now. All the drain and everything's all hooked up. My wife came up with this because we have so little counter space. This can slide to wherever you'd like if you need some more counter space. Got a few options with the lighting. My electrician hooked us up pretty good. I definitely recommend him. We got a dimmer. Of course the camera's dimming to match it, but on top of this we got a shelf. There's the coat hook. More shelving over there. This is going to be where the gaming PC is going to go along North Dakota winters. We got a data chase here. Goes through the wall. I've already got my internet in. So, onto the door. I'm pretty proud of this door. So, this is the door to the bathroom. Also doubles as the door for the bedroom. So, when you're out here, you can totally close off the bedroom. That was a pain in the neck. And we have a cute little washer dryer combo unit. Just a cute little thing. Can fit about half a pair of pants in there. There's a closet with its own separate light. So you can pick out what socks you're gonna wear. Pretty big closet for a tiny home. Gotta have somewhere to put my hipster jackets. Okay, so up here on the wheel well is the bathroom, which is pretty clever, you can hardly tell. Composting toilet. Love it or leave it. We're gonna find out, I guess. My thought process is, it's gross either way. You're gonna deal with a black water tank, or you're gonna deal with a bucket of dirt. This was a lot easier to engineer. You just plop it down. It's got good reviews, so we'll see how that goes. Some sconce lighting, and also a light over the shower, which it's all plumbed in. We gotta get the shower curtain installed yet. The rod's up there. We got a heater in there too. As far as heating goes, the majority of our heating in the rear is going to be from this mini split. Also works as a heat pump. And we do have floor heat, although I am thoroughly unimpressed. It's set on commie measurements, but should be at 25 commie units, and it's at 18.5 commie units, so not too impressed with the floor heat. I don't think I'd take the time to do that again. So we've got memory foam mattress. Nice area right there. I wonder what I'll put right there. I won't say, but I wouldn't rob me. Underneath of the bed, come back into focus view. Underneath of the bed, we're going to do storage. We'll do some totes in the front like that. I was originally planning on making some drawers, but I'm thinking about just doing some baskets like that. It'll be easier to get them in and out and get around there. So let's see if we can kind of get a good view of the whole thing. A little bit of tape for some touch-up we got to do. But she's just about there. This is the prettiest it's ever going to be. We're about to move all our crap in here and start scuffing up the walls and scuffing up the floor, scratching it up and living in it. So figured I'd get a good video of everything. Things I would have done different. Well, there's a whole list of them. The biggest one is this ceiling. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. The wood paneling I used on the ceiling is a little on the thin side. So it's a little wavy. It's not bad. You don't notice it unless I point it out to you. In the walls, it is 2-inch thick, high density foam, foil backed. And then the bus also had foam, about 1 inch of foam in the walls. So it's got a pretty decent R value, probably like an R6 or an R8. So I'm pretty happy with that. The most annoying thing, the most time-consuming thing about this whole project, if you're looking to tackle something like this, I know a little bit about everything, a little bit about, well, I know a little bit about all the trades. I work as an electrician, so I get to see all the different trades jobs and kind of take notes. Because this is such an odd way to build something, you know, these walls aren't 2x4 walls. It's just foam with paneling over top of it. Trimming out these around the windows to get my gap. This was an obnoxiously time-consuming project. Overall, I've got about a year into this whole project, not working really aggressively on it. If you're going to work really aggressively on it, you know, every day after work, every single weekend, work on this all day, probably 3 or 4 months. This was unbelievably time-consuming. I didn't foresee that. You know, just figuring out like, oh, how am I going to trim out that box? How am I going to trim out this double swinging door? How am I going to build this box that goes around the original bus door mechanism? We pulled them out because they were rotten, by the way. Otherwise, I would have loved to keep the original look of the swinging doors. You know, how am I going to trim out this front section? This front section, ooh boy. I don't know if you can see all the angles involved in that, but that was a pain in the neck. Figuring out how I was gonna match all those curves with this shelf. There's actually a structural member in this shelf. You know, figuring out how I was gonna build this dash. I painted over the screws, but you can pull this dash up if you need to get to the heater core or any of the wiring. It does run and drive still. You know, this doghouse still comes out of here. I know it looks pretty permanent, but 2 guys lift this heavy butcher block, that doghouse can move off to the side if you need to get to the engine. You know, that was the time-consuming stuff. Trimming out around that dash, that took me like 2 or 3 weekends to build that dash. So if you were, one thing though, if you were doing this that I did not have to deal with was a curved ceiling. A lot of these school bus conversions you see, that ceiling is a huge pain in the neck. So having a squared off ceiling was nice. But anyways, there it is. Just wanted a good video before we start living in it, making it all dirty. We're moving this out to our property in spring, hunkered down here at my parents' house for winter. So we'll get a good test run in. Alright, there it is.